to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a what's in my makeup bag. I did a what's in my bag video very recently and I went down really well. So I love these videos and I love filming them and watching them, so I decided to do my own. If you want to see what I have in my everyday makeup bag, make sure to keep watching. This is what my makeup bag looks like. It's so cute. It is marble with rose gold zip down it. And I'm not 100% sure where I got this from. It might have been Home Bargains, don't quote me on that. So I'm just going to go straight ahead and get into this. So one of the first things I always carry around with me is my Garnier Micellar water. This is my cleansing water. I use this to cleanse my face and clean it. I use this when it comes to taking my makeup off. This is so good, especially on sensitive skin. I just live by this. I don't really do my makeup when I'm out. It's more of a touch up or kind of like, oh, you know, if I just want to kind of just fix it or anything. I don't really take my normal foundation with me. I'll sometimes take this one with me, which is the Rimmel Match Perfection one. Sometimes take this with me, but it is very light colour for my skin tone. It's very light, especially if you compare it to the normal foundation I use. Like, it's really light compared. So I do like this, and I do sometimes keep this in my makeup bag, but it depends like what I'm wearing, what I'm going for, and if I need a touch up or if I might need a touch up, I will take this. But I do avoid, well, I try to avoid taking foundations with me because they are so heavy. It's a glass bottle, it's so much product and it's so heavy, so I just try to avoid like taking things that I don't need. So the next thing, I'm not really doing this in any order, I'm just kind of like picking it up on what the first thing I get out is I'm just going to talk about. So the next thing I've got is this little beauty blender here. This is a really weird shape when it's kind of like an ice cream cone with like a really weird melted ice cream on it. I definitely need a new one because it's fallen to pieces as this, but this is one of my go-to ones. I think it's really good for most things. You could use it for blending foundation, contour, literally anything you need you can use this for. So I really do like this, and it's so small as well that it fits really nicely in my bag. So I have two highlights that I keep in this bag. This is the first one. This is like such a generic highlight that I feel like every girl has. I got this like just over a year ago. This is the rainbow highlight, and it's actually so gorgeous. It's really pigmented, and if you look at it, it just looks cute as well. I think I like to carry this one around with me because depending on what kind of style I go for, I can use a different coloured highlight, or I can just like use a mixture of them both, well, of them all. And it's so nice, it's so compact, and it's not very fragile. I've got a lot of highlights that I couldn't take out with me because they are so delicate, but this one is like so strong, and it don't come out or anything. It's so good, and it's really highly pigmented. Like, if you just kind of look at that, it's so pretty. I'd like try it on me now, but I've already got makeup on. But yeah, it's so gorgeous. Honestly, it's such a pretty one. I do really like it. But I felt with certain looks, like having like green or like a mixture of like a rainbow highlight isn't always the best. So I take my Ofra one with me as well. This is Rodeo Drive, and it's a mini highlight. It's so gorgeous. It's got really nice pigmentation, but it's not the cheapest in the world, but it's still really nice. This is quite a gold shimmery shade, so this would go for quite a lot of makeup looks that this wouldn't work with. So I feel like if I keep both of them on me, I've got quite a nude and natural shiny golden glow look, and then I've got one that would go with nearly anything else. So the next thing I keep in my bag is this brush here. This is such a go-to brush because you can use it for like nearly anything. You can have, it's got a slider down the side, so you can have different shapes, different sizes. So it's like the maximum one, so I'd probably use this for like removing or applying powder, or kind of maybe doing my highlight. And then you've got this one here, which would probably be better for highlight. And then the more you go down, the firmer the brush gets. So it'd be quite good for like blending and like contour and things like that. I don't know why I'm showing you because I'm sure you know how to use a brush. But yeah, it's got max, mid and minimum, which is really good because you can just make it how you want it. Also, if you have it all the way in, the brush is protected and it's not going to get damaged in your bag when you're taking it out. So I think this is a really good one to take out and about. I've also got another two brushes that I take around with me. The first one being this one here. This is the Revolution Pro 150 brush. I really like this. This is like £2 or something. It's such a good brush. I use this on nearly every single time I do my eyeshadow. So this is why I've taken this one with me, because I think it'd be really handy, really useful, and just a really good brush. Again, I've got another eyeshadow brush, and this is an Olivia Hale one. This is another go-to one, but it's just slightly bigger. You can see it is slightly bigger than the other one. So this one's more for precision, and this one's more for like blending and kind of doing the bigger areas of your eyes. This one doesn't have like a name apart from base shadow brush, but it is really, really good. These all need cleaning so desperately. But yeah, those are the brushes that I take with me. I only take 3 because I feel like with these 3 brushes I could kind of do anything I needed to do. I've also got my beauty blender as well, so I don't think I need anything other than that. And again, it's a travel bag, so I don't want to like take everything with me. I want it to be as light as possible, as compact as possible, and as easy to use as possible. So I'm going to move on to this one now. This is my Cut Crease Canvas by Revolution in the shade Illustrate. This is so good. I really, really like this. I don't use it that much, but it would even work for concealer if I needed to, and it works really well on my eyes. And I think if this is something that I'd already used on my eyes previous, like when I do my makeup at the start of the day and I'm still taking this out with me, I felt this would be very, very useful because your eyes can fade, even if you like set them and that kind of thing, they still can fade. I think it's really good to be able to just kind of refresh your eyes and just kind of have a little bit of a top up with you. So this is my next one. This is from Maybelline New York, and it's a Face Studio Contour V-Shape Duo Stick. It's a contour and highlight stick, but I don't really use it as a highlight. I just kind of use it as a contour and then use the other shade because it's got like a dark one and a light one. I use the other shade to kind of help blend the contour in. This is so good. I use this like all the time. I use this one and another one, and this one I feel like if you use it on its own it's too dark, but if you use the other one on its own it's too orange. So it really, really does give a good blend and a good colour combination. So I also use powder contours as well, but I think if I take stick ones and cream ones, then they're less likely to get damaged because like these have like lids on them and they're quite solid and strong and sturdy compared to if you take like a powder one. It's a lot more likely to get damaged, as well as like it's a lot more compact too. So I'm just going to grab the other one out. So the other one is this PS My Favourite Colour Foundation and Contour Stick, which I'm pretty sure I got from Primark for like £1. This is in the shade Caramel, which you can tell is very, very caramelly. This is one that gets too orange, so it's a really nice shade though, and it is really good, and it's really good coverage as well. It's just kind of a like mix and match that you've got to do with them. So the next thing I've got is this lip seal here. This is kind of for more everyday use than when I've got makeup on. This just kind of helps keep my lips nice and hydrated and prevents them from cracking, and it's just kind of one of your everyday things that you kind of just need in life is one of these. So one of the next things that I'd take with me is this Primer Reddit collection. This is really, really good. This is a reviving and anti-fatigue illuminating primer. This is in the shade Warm Apricot. I love this. This is basically a moisturizing, priming foundation, but yeah, it's really weird, but basically you can use this with or without foundation on, which is really good because you can use it as a primer, which I never use it as a primer. I always use it as foundation because in like a summery day or a hot day, if I've gone out and I'm not wearing any makeup on and then my plans change while I'm out, I can still have my little makeup bag with me and I can use this as a foundation if I don't want to use a foundation, because it's so lightweight on your skin and it's really good, but it still does have good coverage and it still kind of gives you a base to kind of start with, and I do really, really like this. So I always keep this in my bag. It's also so small and compact. If you look at that compared to the foundation, like yeah, they're a similar size, but this is like a squeezy bottle, so it's a lot more, but it's a lot easier to kind of fit in your bag. And as well as this is glass, so this is so heavy compared. So the next thing I keep is this Kika makeup mascara. This is the Top Coat mascara, and it's for curling lashes apparently. This is actually pretty good. I got this a while ago. I don't usually use it. I feel like it does sometimes make it a bit clumpy, but I think for like a top coat it is good. And if you can see by the shape of the brush, that's what's supposed to curl it. It's got really fine, I never know what to call them, but I'm going to call them bristles. It's got really fine ones there. There's quite a lot of them as well. I think this is a really, really good one. I don't use this in my like normal everyday makeup. I try in my going out bag not to have too much that I'd normally have in my normal like staying in one, or like if I'm just doing my makeup at home, I try not to have the same or similar items in here, because if I end up taking them out or like losing them, or I come to do my makeup and I can't go through my drawers, I've got to go through the bag and it's just so complicated. So I prefer to kind of like keep them separate. So this is one that I use. I also love the packaging. I think it's super cute and it's really nice, like a metallic-y reddy colour. So when I go out, I also take this mascara too. This is the Rita Ora Extra Super Lash Rimmel Building Mascara. This is good. It helps to add more definition to your lashes. I've not used this in so long, and I don't actually mind the brush. I think it's really, really good. Well, the wand, sorry. I think it's actually really good. It really does help to curl your lashes and make them look a lot longer and thicker. I do really like this one. I don't really know why I don't use it. It's in the shade 101 Black Black, so I'm guessing that means it's very black. Yeah, it is really good. I just never really use it, but again, it's just one of those I just kind of throw in my bag and can be used whenever. So this is the concealer that I take out with me whenever I go. This is the e.l.f. 16 Camo Concealer. I'm obsessed with this at the moment. It's definitely has to go into my favourites, and this is just honestly amazing. I think the applicator is like the best part about it, because the applicator is so thick, so it's so easy to apply with that flat edge there. So I normally keep 2 to 3 palettes in my makeup bag. I don't always use the same bag as well when I go out. Like if I'm taking more with me, I'll take a bigger bag, but this is one of my go-to palettes. I talk about this all the time. This was £4. It's a Nude Basics palette and it's from Primark. It was so worth the money. I love this on the back, like the design, how you can kind of see the different shades and they all look like shattered, and it's really artistic. But if I look inside, this is just such a cute palette. This is what it looks like, and I've used quite a lot of these. I think I've used nearly all of them in different makeup looks. This is one of my favourites here, and so is this shade here, and the shimmers are absolutely stunning as well. These two here are really good base shades as well that I use quite a lot on my eyes. And I'm just absolutely in love with this palette. I think this is the ultimate nudes palette. It's so cheap, good pigmentation, and it's quite small as well because it's really flat. And I think they're a lot more difficult to travel with when they're thicker. So ones like this that are actually really thin are a lot easier to travel with, and it can kind of just slot straight in my bag right at the back, and it doesn't take up any room at all, and it's really good. Another one that I take out quite a lot would be this Ultimate NYX or NYX, however you want to pronounce it, palette here. This is the Brights palette. This is stunning. I love this palette so much. I don't actually use it that much, but I do take this on with me quite a lot because I think this kind of covers the majority of eye looks. Like I could take this out with the eye look I've got today and be able to fix my eyes with it, you know, if the fade or anything like that, which kind of they probably are doing by now. So I think this, no matter what look you've got and no matter what palette you originally used, this covers like the majority of it. With my nudes palette as well, I've got my nude colours there. I've got like red, orange, yellow, green, blue, pink, purple, and then you've got your blacks, whites, browns, all that kind of thing in my nudes palette. So I feel like it's kind of covered the majority of colours you need, or the majority of colours that I actually have or I'm likely to use, and it's such good pigmentation. Like that royal blue is absolutely stunning. And these two purple lavenders are really pretty as well. You can't really see them because of my skin tone, but they are absolutely stunning. There's a nice pink there. I really like this orangey mangoey colour as well, which is this shade here. But they are so pigmented, so pretty, and I'm completely obsessed with this palette. I thought it was quite expensive when I first saw it, especially for the size of it, but it's definitely worth the money. So this is it. It's the NYX Ultimate Shadow Palette, and it's the Brights one. So I don't actually take this one out with me that much, but I did want to mention it as well. This one is a really good palette. This is mainly for if I've got pink, purple, nudie, brownie eyes. It's such a small little palette, but it's really pretty, and it's so compact. It's really easy to take around with you. Again, it's quite a strong little palette, so it's less likely to get damaged on them out, but it's so pigmented, and these glitters are absolutely stunning. And so this like maroony shade up here, they're so nice. And yeah, this is the kind of palette that I would take out with me, but I rarely do because I don't use it that much. So the last item that I do actually keep in my bag is this here. This is my powder. This is a transparent powder. It's shade 01 from Rimmel. I feel like I've got a lot of Rimmel things that I didn't actually realise I did until I did this video today. This is really good. It's actually so pigmented, and it really does do the job. It helps me look a lot more matte, a lot less shiny and oily, and it really does the job. I use this all the time, and I think it's really good to have one of these in your bag because you can kind of just freshen up and just kind of like oilify yourself and mattify yourself like in the middle of a night or like a day or whenever you're out, whatever you're doing. These are so good. I don't have the lid for it because I kind of sat on it and squished it, but it's still pretty good. It's not going to smash. It's a really strong one. So there are always going to be other items that I will use like and sometimes swap into my makeup bag. These aren't ones that I've got in at the moment, but I want to kind of touch on a few of them anyway. So I've got this one here, which is a Technique setting spray. It's quite a small one, quite good for travel, and it actually does the job. I've also got this primer here, which is my Featherweight Revolution primer. This is so good. It's so compact, and I use this all the time, but I'm rarely gonna be like starting up my makeup when I'm out and about. So I've got my priming moisturizer foundation thing in there instead, so I don't actually need a primer out and about. I've got this one that I use quite a lot too, and I actually considered having this in my bag, and I had it in my bag for a while, but I just don't use it enough for it to be worth it. This is basically an eyebrow kind of pencil pen thing, and then it's got this highlight stick here, which is so good, and I love this. I'm absolutely obsessed with this. I use this quite a lot on like my eyebrow here, use it quite a lot there, and I just think it's a really nice, it's so delicate, it's got a really nice pretty colour, and it is so small, and it's so precise as well. So guys, that's pretty much it from me for today. I know it's not been a big one, I've just kind of gone through my bag, and yeah, it's gone around a lot faster than I thought it would, but that's pretty much it. And thank you so much for watching. I kind of want to do like a bigger series of what's in my bag, like what's in my makeup bag, what's in my going out bag, what's in my work bag, what's in my uni bag, kind of things like that, because I really enjoy filming these, and I know they always go down well and you guys like watching them. I love watching them when other people do them. So yeah, I do want to do more of these, so do comment down below if you agree, and make sure you do give me a little like and you subscribe to my channel if you want to see more. But that is it from me for today, and thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye guys!